Hi, in this video we're going to talk about the RBD emitter. The RBD means the rigid body dynamics, and the emitter means we can emit the rigid body objects from our tool. So let's do that. We don't need any of the example file. We just create everything from scratch. Let's just click the MyRBD firstly, and in the MyRBD menu here, and there's the physics RBD emitter and the create RBD emitter here. You can see that there's a plan. This is where the rigid body objects come from, and the direction of the direction of that the emitter will through that RBD emitter to the scene. So let's do that. Let's just rotate this and make that like this, and we can scale this up a little bit and move that up, just like this. And let's make the frame range to 200. Playback our simulation. You can see that this is a very simple tool. It can emit the RBD from it. So let's just increase the size of that. So each one of the objects here is kind of RBD, the rigid body dynamics stuff, the physics, and the simulation speed is very fast due to the PhysiX engine. And when we select that, and you can see that there are a lot of the attributes here. Let me introduce them one by one. The first one is the emitter ID, so we can change that to the other one, and the color is changed. This can be indexed in the logic. We will talking about that later. And the second one is the display mode. So let's change the order of the introduction. So let's first change that the speed, the frame speed. You can see that the frame speed is 1, means the 1 unit per frame. So let's just change that to 30 and play back our simulation. You can see that the frame speed is very fast. And there's the speed random. That means we can add an increment from the 30 to this. For example, 10. That means the random number is from 30 to 40. So if you specify this, the 30, and this is the 0, so that means from 0 to 30. So this is a plus algorithm, very simple. You can see that some the RBD is very slow and some very fast. And here you can see that there's the box shape here, and we can change the shape of the box. For example, we can increase the length of that, so emit that. You can see that at this time it looks like the arrow. So like make this thinner, 0.5. And we can change the rotation speed of that. For example, let's just change this 1. You can see that our agent will contain an angular speed when they initially created. So let's 0 on Y inside of top view. Can just emit as a rotating boss. And let's just make an arrow ring. Just change this to 0 and make this to 0.5. And make this 20, and the random is only 10. Let's run the simulation. You can see that at this time the result is just like an arrow ring. Make that even lower, 0.4. That is cool. And you can see that there's a display mode. You can see that at this time each one of them is like the 3D box, and with the diffuse color around it. And we change the angle. You can see that this is darker, and this is kind of the diffuse. If we just change that from the normal to the plan, it will directly display as the constant color, the red. This can be the more easier to watch if you are using it in a very big scene. And the next thing we're going to talking about is the contact event. Here in the default is the dynamic. We can change that to the hold. Our arrow can hold onto the ground if the contact, and of course other the objects. It will just hold. And also we can create a kinematic object like this, just to make our arrows to point onto that. You can see that it will hold onto the like something like a wall. You can make this bigger, and also you can increase this. It's kind of a tool. And you can see that a lot of the RBD emitter is the put into this wall too deep. We can select that and enable the CCD. This is a continuously contact detection, and we can make this like the free. Let's just watch this, and you can see that it won't insert too much into the ground. So because we are using the continuously the collision detection, but this will decrease and sacrifice some of the simulation speed. If we set up this 10, it will check the more times than previously, and all of the arrows will stop on surface of the arrow, the surface of the wall. That's it, the continuous collision detection. And the read means how much and how many in the arrows in each frames will be emitted. The currently is 1, means and the 1 frames 1 RBD emitter. So if we increase this to the 10, it will emit much more the arrows in each frame. Let's run a simulation. You can see that just like this. Okay, this is an introduction for the rigid body dynamic emitter, RBD emitter, and we're going to talking about the more in the following videos. Thank you for watching. See you next time.